we've got one great show ahead of you.
I love it when I can stump the chooch.
Oh, boy, that's a tough one, Frank.
And welcome to another exciting edition of the Great Lakes Smoke Show. Take it away, Ron.
Good evening, aficionados, and welcome to another Great Lakes podcast show.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
Right off the bat, he goes for it.
Number one.
Wow.
I was watching our guest doing the old fired up over there. So I kind of like laughed and chuckled. So what can I say, folks?
No,
welcome,
you
welcome.
mispronounced.
I did because I have that busy mind that keeps me going. So I'm already like 4 sentences in while I'm still talking.
Right.
So anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks again for joining us. We do have an exciting guest this evening. If you've been following our Facebook page, we put it out there, and we're really excited about this young gentleman and his new cigar line that's been around for a short bit in the cigar industry, and we'll get to him shortly. For the rest of you, I suggest you get yourself a paper and pen so you can jot down some information that you're going to hear, what's going on tonight. So do that. Also, please put on your watch party. Share with everybody you know. We're trying to get it out there. We're at 26 countries. We're looking for 30 by this summer. And then hopefully by the end of the year, hopefully it would be nice we could get to 52. I don't know. I got a number 52 in my head. I think we can do it, though. So share and get the word out, folks. We're excited about that.
Isn't that the amount of parking tickets you have?
You know,
you ever wonder why he doesn't go back to New York?
That's what I was going to say. Why do you hell think one of the reasons I'm over here in this witness protection program because I'm popping tickets? So, what can I tell you? But if you like to write to us, you can always PM us on our Facebook page or also email us at greatlakessmokeshow@aol.com. And right before we go on to our special guest, we do have our sponsors that we like to introduce to you. And for those who have been with us, let's say the last 2 months, wow, our sponsorship has been up. So if you too would like to have us sponsor you, please.
We're going to sponsor the sponsor now.
Another
Ronnieism. Count them. That's 2 in the first minute and a half.
Wow. That's going to be a lot of drunks tonight.
Hey,
Oh, I'm supposed to drink. Hold on.
Frank, you put a tick mark on the screen every time there's a Ronnieism. We'll just have
you know what? I'm gonna create a page just for Ronnieisms.
Well, Bruce's stock is already on, so I know Bruce will think
Okay. We should have like glasses, bourbon glasses. How many times does he screw up?
Well, why don't we just put a cigar there? We got a bunch of people jumping on. Kerr, Via Gente.
Hey, Kerr.
What's up, Kerr? Bruce? Yeah, he drinks. I'll drink, Bruce. Don't worry. I will drink. Dave from Milwaukee is jumping on. The winner.
Hey,
Dave, we got to kick
Dave,
off,
I'll
man.
tell you,
Dave,
you're a winner now.
Yeah.
Forget about those days where you didn't win anything. Now you're just like winning everything, man.
He's gonna win so much. He's gonna end up being on the banned list like Andre. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Andre's been banned for life.
Poor Andre. That's not coming from me, Andre. No. No, but Dave will be. So anyway.
2 more wins, Dave, and you're out.
Choose wisely.
Anyway, so talking about sponsors, we're going to go right back to Frank. Frank, take it away.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me, expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. DAV Cigars out of New York. Decades of experience combined with true love and deep understanding of cigars result in the highest of standard of each DAV hand-rolled cigar. Experience the magic of Rockefeller cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines: the Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, the Art of Magic.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
And we are back.
Oh, hey.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Welcome. There he is. There he is.
There he is.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. And at 8 o'clock or so, we'll have our next spot. And then right before, Stump the Chooch. And tonight's...
What are we giving away tonight?
Yeah, what are we giving away?
We're giving away a fantastic
Oh, look at that.
hat from Corona Cigars.
Oh, wow.
FSG.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a nice hat tonight. Jeff was nice enough to donate the cigars.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. I like the color tone.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's from the Authentic Farms there, Florida Sun Grown. So that is a special hat tonight. So stay aboard.
Thank you,
Stump
Jeff.
the Chooch. Yes, indeed, from Corona Cigar Lounge.
Thank you.
Anyway, it is that moment, that time. The special guest, the one, the only, Alec Spencer! Woo!
Whoa, we have the big crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. The studio's packed tonight. I'm
He
telling you.
filled up the garden, man.
There you go. Good evening, Alex, the roadman, the traveler himself. How we doing out there?
Yes, man. Well, first and foremost, thank y'all for having me, man. You guys are not only amazing at what you do, but you're pretty funny too. So,
Oh, pretty.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty. I like that.
Oh,
Nice.
oh.
I think more pretty funny looking is like it.
I'm glad we hired these new writers.
Hey, we just paid him in cigars. There you go. Nice.
right,
Well, thank you.
take it under the table. Yeah. So,
Head under the table.
So just to let you all know that Alex is driving.
Well, not driving. He's a passenger, Ron.
No, he's driving in
Oh,
England.
he's driving in England.
He's driving in England, yeah.
And there's Big Ben right to your left.
It's Parliament. Big Ben.
It looks like he's
Right, right.
in traffic. So he has to keep his eyes on the road, and maybe he might have a dead spot here and there, folks. But Alex is on the road. So tell us what's going on the road, and then we'll get a little history and talk about how this wonderful cigar line started.
man, well, for the last week or so, I've been doing 24 hours in every major cigar market across
Wow.
the United States. It's been grueling, exhausting. I'm tired of the hotel rooms. I'm tired of the flights, but we're doing it all for the love of the cigar, man. So this is what we're up to right now. We are in Dallas, and we just checked out a couple lounges. So, that's where we are. That's what we're doing.
Do you
Nice.
want to tell your cigar groupies what the next stop will be so they can meet you?
But, I like but I don't know. If I tell them that they might rob me and rob me.
Oh, that's true. Everybody wants to get hold of this cigar. So
Yeah.
while we're talking about the cigar, let's get our your new audience the history of Alex Spencer and his cigars.
Oh man, the history kind of goes back to when I was a young lad, And
Too long ago. You're a young man as it is. Look at you.
yeah, I have to go back in time. Like, actually, if you go back in time far enough, I'm a young little white kid with like.
Well, that's where all laws come from Sicily came from.
And
You when you had shoulder-length blonde hair, man.
My dad used to tell me these crazy stories about, just like history. He was a big history buff. So he used to tell me stories about, kings and queens and wars and all this stuff. And, in 2009 he passed. And so, so I wanted to create a cigar that was really an open letter to my father and how great he was of a dad. So the Mansa it means sultan or king, and it's really about a story of Mansa Musa and his pilgrimage to Mecca, and he gave away so much gold that he caused inflation for over 10 years.
Wow.
wow.
So so they said he gave away around $100 million in gold, and then by the time of his death, it was worth like $400 billion. So on record,
Whoa.
wealthiest man in history. So
Wow. That's an awesome story.
That's awesome. That's really good.
yeah, so it's about my dad and it's an open letter to him. So that's what the story at its core is really all about.
That's fantastic. By the way, I took the time to go and grab a Mansa right here. You could see that. And
Close for Frank so we can get a bird's eye view on that label.
label, you could see the king right there.
Yes.
That's a nice label, man.
All right,
Isn't
now,
that beautiful label?
and if
Beautiful.
everybody would turn on their smell-o-vision.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And if you do have smell-o-vision, I can guarantee that this cigar will heighten every one of your senses, because the aroma off of this cigar, before we came on air, I told Alex, I'm like, it's really super unique. Oh, he's going into the hotel. Let's follow him in.
Wait a minute now.
Let's go into the. Are you going to go in the room and take a shower?
I
think you got some groupies up there waiting for him.
Whoa.
Please, they'll drop me. I'm at home.
But Frank, you mentioned that yesterday. You smoked one of the cigars last night, and we were talking about it.
Yes.
And that's the first thing you said about it. When you lit it up, it let there was an incredible aroma that just filled the room. That's
Absolutely.
almost not cigar-like, but it was
Exactly.
just a fragrance.
It's very fragrant. There's a fragrance to it. And Alex said it's kind of got an almondy cedar kind of sense to it. And I got that right away off of just smelling the cigar. Not before I even like really lit it up. It had a different smell.
So this has nothing to do with the reefer that you smoked before it, right?
Well, it might have had a little bit to do with that, maybe a little.
Not the Panama Gold? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's funny. So the Manta, everybody's familiar with the Maduro, and the Maduro is naturally sweeter. It gives you a lot of chocolate notes, and it's pretty complex. So it'll give its run of different flavors and things of that nature. I was in Chicago, and there was a young lady there that came up to me. She said, "Alex, this cigar is really good, and I would definitely drink it with my coffee in the morning."
So she already told you she was
already drinking it with her coffee.
She was spending the night. She told you out.
She pretty much told me that it was. I was going into it thinking, I want to make something that's more of a punch, something like that. And when she told me that, I thought to myself, "What the fuck does she smoke? Crack?"
Some of Frank's reefer.
Frank sticky icky apparently. So so when she told me that, it pissed me off a little bit. Not now, she meant it all in good love and everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to create something that had more of a body. So, we created the Habano, and the Habano is like the bad cop to the Maduro's good cop. So if you like something that is elegant, smooth, has natural sweetness, has great undertones, and a decent level of complexity, then you definitely want to go with the Maduro. If you want to go with something that's a little bit more of an asshole, that was thanks to her. So I appreciate everything that she created on that night that we were all at the cigar lounge. So, now we're at a point where the Habano's been out for about 3 weeks. It's been well received, and I couldn't be more excited about what we've created. And so, it's here. It's here.
Well, going back to what you said, I certainly don't think she was insulting you. She was probably like us. We like to pair our cigars with different beverages.
Right.
And to her palate, probably it was an ideal smoke with her coffee.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think other than that, but in the mind, it's like you think you're doing the most work, and then you turn out to be a 2-pump chunk. I need to go back to the lab and go work a little harder. So, I work with Tobacco Kafie, Dr. Gabby Kafie, and I told him the story, and he said, "Man, what the hell? Let's create something that will stick to some ribs." So that's the Habano, and on the retro, man, it's like you're blowing fire from a dragon. So
Oh yeah, no, on the retro it definitely has much more of a kick.
yeah, much more of a kick. So
What would you say about that, Frank? I mean, peppery or
a little bit of pepper, but I think more. It's not a kick it's not like the high nicotine kick.
yeah,
It's totally different. It's got that spiciness that doesn't put you into like a free fall.
right?
It's
Not a bone
subtle.
shaker.
Yeah, it's not a bone shaker. No.
but I mean, it's definitely something that's more of a flavor or a spice,
Right. Exactly.
a strength. So a lot of people, when they look at cigars, thinking robust only means strength, and it's like, no, you have two different kinds of robustness: kind of robust flavor or
Right.
And so this particular and this goes back to being artisanal,
Hmm.
a premium blend, and being a boutique blend. Our goal with these cigars, and my own goal, is to create something that isn't uh, just juiced up and knocks you on your ass, but it actually takes you through a more melodic story through the blend, and to show, hey, this tobacco, it comes from not only various regions and a single source, but it's the way it's grown. I mean, hell, this is a farm. So if we look at it from the point of a farm, it's all about, how you're growing the tobacco and what you're growing it next to. So you can get a volume of different flavors and things like that, and still get a high quality smoke without, busting your teeth or, making your nose bleed. So this is right in the pocket.
So now how
I'm sorry. Are they a completely Honduran leaf, or do you have a mix?
Well, for what we don't produce at the factory, the goal for us is to work with single source farmers. We also believe in fair trade. So anybody that is working at a level where they're pretty much fucking over farmers, we don't want to work with those people. We go directly to the farms. We source the tobacco, and it can come from anywhere in the world. And that's what I'm so excited about with this particular blend, is not only are we doing the tobacco the right way, but we're doing the people the right way. So, you know, you're getting an amazing stick at a great price, and
Absolutely.
Well, you're partnered up with a fantastic person.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Gabby is one of the best people you could ever find. Really.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you and Dr. Kafie got together. How did that relationship come to fruition?
Well, you know, but later in life, I'll glean back. Now I'm probably half Italian, half Hispanic.
Nice. Now you
I can tell the Italian part.
Yeah. And, I was actually in Colombia. This was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I get a call from a good friend, and he says, "Hey, when are you coming back into the States?" I said, "Man, I'll be back later on today. What's up?" And I was actually supposed to fly into Fort Lauderdale, get a layover, and catch a flight back to Cincinnati. And he said, "Hey, it would be probably smart for you to miss that flight. So just
wow.
Let me guess. DEA was waiting for you.
it was, but whatever the case was, you know, I get back and all my clothes are dirty, and you know, because I wore them all, you know, in Colombia. So I get back, I get a cheap hotel, and I start ironing these dirty clothes, and I'm looking like, what doesn't have a ketchup stain, a hot sauce? I just, you know, kind of like rigged an outfit together, which looked like complete shit. And it goes down to what was Prime Cigar down in Brickell. So I get there and I sit with the crew at the time that Dr. Gabby put together. And he said, "Look, you know, I believe your vision with my vision can make complete success. You know, what do you think about allowing us to be your distributor for your cigars?" And I mean, for the record, you're talking to a kid from the west side of an inner city neighborhood in Cincinnati. I'm sitting across from the CEO of AutoZone, worth $300 million. There's athletes, ball players, and entertainers around me, and I'm being asked by an amazing man from this industry, would I allow him to be the production company for my cigars? And I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean,
Is that really what you said?
back of my head. But in reality, I'm like, let me think about it.
Give me a couple of days, right?
And so I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. And so we sat down and talked about you know, what my vision was, what I wanted to create. In the Mansa, I had actually been working on that for maybe 2 years prior. Originally a Cincinnati Cigar Company.
Okay.
And so I switched the name to ASR, and he got wind of the Mansa. He told me it was a great idea, and he said, I got an idea for a blend. You mind if you allow me to, you know, try it out and see some samples? I'm like, yeah, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it. And when I tell you, it was like cataclysmic. It just blew up. And as soon as I smoked it, I said, yeah, this is the one. And so that's how it began. And since then, we've, you know, altered the blend to, you know, smoke longer, to enhance the strength, to really be a little bit more complex. And it's been a story, you know, ever since. So
Awesome.
yeah.
You know, I said you're in good hands with him.
Yeah.
You know, he's a phenomenal person and makes phenomenal cigars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really.
Yeah, you're not lying. I mean, I tried every cigar that he put out prior to making that decision, and I'm like hit after hit
after hit.
Yep.
Home runs all the way, grand slams, no matter what. So did Bob and I. We tried them all before we even, got involved with them and deeper.
And we had the honor of going to his home and spending the day with him and
and his family.
dinner with his family. I mean, he couldn't welcome us more than that. I mean, we felt like family. He's just a great guy. I mean, you got to love this guy. He really is.
Yeah, it's been cool, man. So, I'm if I never did anything else, I would say, this has been a dream of mine, and that I couldn't have imagined. And I mean, really, honestly, you don't go to school for this shit.
Not at all.
Like the people that are really great at this game in this industry have grown up in it. They've since freaking birth. You hear stories.
Families have been involved, and it's generational.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So just to be a part of the story of what makes cigars so amazing is just a dream for me. So I couldn't have asked for anything else.
Well, big man upstairs certainly had a reason for you with that flight and all. It all came together.
Yeah, it did. It did. And I'm just happy to be here with you guys now. Like, look, I mean, all of a sudden now I'm like, hey, mom.
You're somebody. You're somebody. You're somebody.
You're in the company of celebrities now. I mean, come on.
So it works.
So we got Bradley Lewis saying he would like to chat with us. So come on, tell us what you'd like to talk about, Bradley.
Go ahead. We're reading the Facebook page. Great.
Right.
Bob Rett says it's a great story, Alex.
Thank you, man. I saw all these, people flashing up with their messages. There's a gentleman I got to meet, not in person because it's COVID, but Mike Pritchard has been a guy.
Oh, Matt, yeah, Australian Mike.
Yeah, Australian Mike. There he is. And
There he is.
There he is.
And when I tell you, man, Mike has an amazing story, and it just tells you how much cigars bring people together, and that's what I love. Like, you could be a CEO next to a janitor, and for that, you guys, nothing separates you. Everybody has the same problems.
You're absolutely right, man.
Just trying to live in the moment, and that's what I love so much about cigars and about tobacco is like you get to be present. The future doesn't matter. Yesterday already happened, and we're just in this moment. And so no matter what walk of life you're from, you're connected through this cigar game. So it's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really enjoy about sitting at a lounge. Like you said, you could be sitting next to a billionaire and somebody who washes cars for a living. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
It does not matter.
We're all in it because of the passion of the leaf.
Yes.
And that's what it comes down to. And everybody's on equal ground,
Absolutely. And it's like, it's almost, we forget as people about today, about right now, about this moment. And cigars zero you back into, man, I got breath in my lungs. I'm alive. Like, everything's okay.
That's right.
I'm not going to end because my bill is late or because fucking I just got in an argument with my wife or
You too? Boy,
whatever it is, it's cigars, and they just put everything at ease.
And one of those cool features with this whole COVID thing too has been the Friday night herps that we've had with Dr. Gabby Kafie and Armin from DAV Cigars.
Yeah.
Friday nights have been awesome, and I got the pleasure of finally meeting Alex on one of those Friday night herps with everybody and all that. It really is a great time, especially with the whole cigar community. Everybody's just coming together. We're just talking about the leaf, having a good time.
Especially when you know a lot of the people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already friends with a lot of the people there. So it just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, That's actually how Alex, how I hooked up with Alex on the Herf.
Yeah.
One night there was a whole bunch of us. That's where the Cedar Creek guys were on. Alec was on. Mike was on. Jordan was on.
Mike's always on. So I mean.
Well, whatever. Well, you know what? That would be a great moment right now before we continue. Let's take a little short break for our sponsors, and you too can be part of this whole sponsorship.
Cigar Prop started off as one item, a simple cigar rest born out of necessity. Over the years, Cigar Prop has morphed into something greater. Cigar Prop is now a brand, a journey, a way of life. It has become known as Prop Style. That simple cigar rest has turned into a whole line of cigar accessories, apparel, and even a weekly live show called the I Tap That Cigar Show. So remember, make sure you give your cigars the props they deserve, but more importantly, remember to live Prop Style.
Johnny D. Teas out of Lakeville, Illinois are a veteran-owned company that take great pride in their work. Their goal is not to fulfill one order, but to earn all future orders by offering the best products at unbeatable prices. Ask any of their repeat customers and they'll tell you their quality is always the highest and their prices are always the lowest. Shop any Veterans Collection and 25% of the proceeds will be donated back to the veterans of foreign wars or the American Legion. RnA Treasures out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs. Specializing in tobacco pipe refurbishment and sales, Briar 911 buys and sells all kinds of pipes from a single pipe to entire collections. Our services include stem repair, replacement, deoxidation, and sanitization, reaming, cleaning, and bowl sanitizing, shank crack repair, buffing, and waxing. We make sure that each pipe is ready to smoke once it leaves our shop. For more info, contact us via Facebook at Briar 911.
And we're back.
Hey, look at that. Holy cow.
Oh, man, that came out natural.
You see how I cut Ronnie off?
Oh, I didn't glad about
I
that.
kind of know about that.
I know.
He doesn't know when to stop, so it's
Whoa. Well, while we were away, Barry Bones Argento, welcome
Barry.
to the show. How are you, Barry? Anyway, let's get back to talking to Alex before I was so rudely interrupted.
I don't know, rudely. I thought it kindly.
Right on spot.
Oh,
There's only
God.
one way to get rid of a Ronnie. Just hit his mute button, and
That's
he's
it.
done.
Oh, man. That's it. Take it away, guys. Go ahead. You do the talk.
But we are doing the show.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No respect, Shane. No respect. Anyway, so we talked about where we met, and you've been on a little bit of time. How about just giving a little bit of history of how you actually came up with this idea with the cigar, and did you have input in smoking and putting the tobacco together with Gabby in itself? Did you go to Honduras and do it at the farms, or did you go in Florida? How did the whole thing come up to create this?
Well, the idea, like I said, started about 2018. I didn't meet Gabby until tail end of 2020. And the cigar initially launched in December of 2020. And this whole, the whole goal was, all right, let's meet up, let's go down to Miami, and then we're going to head out to Honduras around spring. And then, here we are, COVID happens, and all of these things get kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm.
What we're able to do is, obviously mail the blends back and forth. And so I told him what I was looking for. We talked about, the intensity of the blend. We talked about what we would include, all these different things. And, at the end, what I love so much is that if you are, I came into this game green, right? I was a newbie. So Dr. Kafie was able to do is really break down and explain to me how we go about getting to the end result that we wanted. And then the factory was able to go ahead and say, look, this is how we accomplish it. We're going to send you out, these 3 or 4 blends to see if they work. And you tell us what you need changing, what you need heightened or lowered or anything like that. And so ultimately it came down to 3 or 4 different phone conversations between myself, Dr. Gabby, and the factory, all to come together to build this one blend. So since COVID has happened, I haven't been able to get down there. And it's tough to what they're going through in Honduras right now. But at the same time, those guys bust their ass to put together something super beautiful. And for me to say that I'm the owner of a blend, I put together a blend with, not with the knowledge of walking through fields, but with the insight and the research that was presented in front of me and the research I put together my own time, it really helped to create something that was pretty powerful. So,
I'm curious from your initial description of what you were looking for and what they started sending you. How close were they?
Initially, right out the gate, they're about 97%.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a great.
I mean, like, we're going to swing low and then swing high and then find something in the middle. It was, this is what I want. I need this to pair like this, that, and the third. And they said, okay. And the factory went, created 4 blends, and literally all of them had, it was like it was 4 different cigars I could have came out with.
Wow.
But then it was like, okay, can we put those together?
Well, you got to come out with some new stuff, right? And this was all funded by that trip to Colombia, wasn't it?
I'm surprised.
That suitcase.
It was really weird on the last 100,000 miles or 100 miles of the trip. They went down to 2,000 feet
and
to
I didn't
fly
know
under
that
the radar.
package of cigars in the Everglades.
I think he threw his other bag overboard. He threw it out, and then they fished it out later.
Clothes. It was those dirty clothes.
Yeah.
It's made up, but it's true. These guys, and like I said, I mean, they knocked it out the freaking park, and to be able to, just really set it off the way that I envisioned from the very beginning. It didn't take much time to get to the end result that we were looking for. So I'm just happy that I found a factory that could put together the work in the exact way that I was looking for it to happen. So
that is incredible, really.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
like
awesome.
you said, to have gotten that close just through description,
Yeah.
without you being there physically and saying, put some more this and that in there, it just speaks volumes about the people themselves, the blenders and the rollers there.
Yeah.
Super duper. And shout out to Oscar down at the factory. He manages the entire process. And nothing goes out without him touching it and making sure that it works out. We even got samples of the tobacco up, and we're burning the actual leaf to see the quality of the leaf. So when people set fire to the actual cigar, it burns in a proper manner. So all of these little nuances and things that you don't even think about that goes into a cigar, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. But I do definitely plan as soon as COVID is up. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm a little hesitant still.
Don't lie. Be honest. Go ahead.
I'm still hesitant about this damn shot. I keep seeing people get sick left and right.
Yeah.
So
nobody here is getting it. So feel free to talk about it.
thank the Lord.
Well, you know what? In about 5 years, when maybe we get more results about what the long-term effects will be,
That's right.
Consider.
Well, I'm just waiting for the commercials in 2030. Have you or your loved one been a victim of
Call us now at Burke Law.
that goes into your rib cage. Have you and your family been a victim of it? You know, and I'm worried about that. But you know, honestly, man, I mean, I only got one dick. I'm scared. Some people might be lucky. I only got one. I mean, but the truth of the matter is, man, like as soon as it's over, like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably do a backflip to a body of water or something. I don't know.
I have a question for you. Who worked on your band, the artwork? I really think it's special. It's a beautiful band.
Well, if I tell you, I got to kill you, and I love.
All right.
Okay, kill him. We'll stay alive. Kill him. Yes.
We won't tell anybody. They just whisper to us.
Yeah. just between us girls.
Right. But what I will say is, I had the opportunity to work with several people up until that point, and then I was able to work with an international designer, and you know, when I tell you that motherfucker can cook, I mean,
we're not talking about meth now, are we?
No.
You know, people who cook usually are doing that.
I didn't see holes in his face, so I'm pretty sure.
And he had full set of teeth?
Those are veneers.
Right. Those are the bands.
He just pulled out a tooth, and I said, "Yeah, just copy this."
Right on his tooth, he got a gold tooth. But no, but I mean, he said, "Hey, send me everything that you're looking for. Send me everything you like." And it just so happened that he knew about Mansa Musa. He was a fan of you know, Mansa Musa. And so when I approached him with the concept, he was like, "Oh, I got this. It's nothing." And so off the first time, he created that band. It didn't take
one take,
2 or 3 takes. It was literally first and only, and it was done.
Damn,
that's awesome.
That's honest.
Yeah, he was off the chain, man. So
it's amazing, Alex, that everything seems to be hitting right on cue for you. I mean, the flight delay, the first 97% of your tobacco put together, the first band design. I mean, it's like the big man upstairs has really set your street. I mean, that book is written for you, man. You're on the path to success here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. You know when things are meant to happen, you know, I'm not about rushing, right? And smoking cigars, it's never a rush, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
We lost your audio.
We lost your audio.
No, we got you. I'm back.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, but things will happen in the time that they're supposed to. And I've been fortunate, and I won't say lucky because it's not about luck. I've been fortunate to be in a position where the idea is right. I've been working on the idea for, you know, at that time 2 or 3 years, and I was able to refine it. And you know, when you're doing what you need to do, and you're in a place where you need to be, and literally at that time, it was the perfect place, but my back was also up against the wall to create something that I felt like was deserving. it all just kind of came together and it fell through, man. So, I'm definitely excited about that.
I got a question for you, Alex. So when they're doing all these blends, you're getting these cigars pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Now, did you see anything change, like when they aged? Like, did you like all of a sudden see something change differently in your blend when it aged out a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, so what I recognize is that the longer you keep the Manta in your humidor, the better it gets, right? And so we use 5-year aged tobacco in the San Andreas tobacco, 3-year aged in the Nicaraguan, and so that blend, the longer it sits, it's like the leaves. They get buttery, they get smoother, and it's just what you'll notice over time is that they just melt over your palate.
I kind of compare it to a nice pot of gumbo. When it's fresh, it's good, but when you let those seasons and that marinate, it just gets so good.
Yeah, I mean it does. And
So, a lot to say about aging. I mean, look at wine. Obviously, the same principle applies there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at some older women out here. I mean,
there are some fine-looking cougars out there.
Don't discount the older women. They know how to work it.
Sometimes they go from cougars to saber-tooths, and they still. It's all about doing it, measuring twice and cutting once. A lot of people are in a rush to get these products out, and I get it, but if you're doing it right, you're not really in it for the money. You're in it because of the passion.
Yep,
and,
that's right.
And, I wanted to create a product that honestly sold itself, and I want to do it right the first time, so I'm not trying to double back and make up all these excuses and reasons. It's like, no, look, this is pretty damn good tobacco. It's a great fucking story. It's an honest story. It's authentic, and it's about the love. And when you do it from that perspective, you can't lose, man. And I was happy to find that people enjoyed the cigar. Anytime you're doing any type of art, whether it's painting or writing, you're a little hesitant because that's your baby. You're putting it out to the world for everybody to say whatever the hell they think.
Your name is on it. You want it to be the right thing,
And just for information right now, for the people that are just joining on with us, we are on right now with Alex Spencer from ASR Cigars. I am Kyle. This is Ron. And we got Bob and Frank sitting in sunny Florida for those who didn't get to see any of the intro. I don't think we introed ourselves.
No, we didn't
today.
tonight.
So just letting information out on people. And if you would, Alex, please tell people how they can get a hold of you or how to get a hold of your cigars.
Yeah, well, the first thing I'll say is that I'm fortunate. These cigars aren't lasting. Okay, people are buying them. Retailers are scooping them up by dozens. If you are interested in purchasing a cigar, please, as soon as possible, go to www.boutiquesmoke.com and look for Boutique Cigars. Scroll down, you'll find the Mantas all in alphabetical order. I had somebody say, "And why the hell is your cigar at the bottom?" Well, did you look at the alphabets? Oh, I didn't think of that. So definitely look for it, purchase it. You can do it in a $5, or you can do it by the box. Everybody that buys a $5 ends up buying a box, and then when they buy a box, they say, "Well, I gave 2 of them away, and I should have never done that."
Yeah. Now, is the box a 20 count or 25 or 15, 10? What is it?
Because
you broke up. I'm sorry. What is it?
The 10 count.
10 count.
Okay.
10 count. Yep.
Yeah, Barry Bones said he just got a 2 5-packs of the Habano.
Nice.
And, one is going to sit for a long time after listening to what you said.
Smart man. Well, if you do find yourself on the Boutique Smoke website, please don't share them. Just blow smoke in the other person's face. Cedar on the inside of the box, but don't give them away, because what ends up happening is you're going to be mad at yourself and mad at your friend when you see half a smoked Mansa in your ashtray. So do yourself a favor and scoop as many.
Well, that's when you buy some of the other cigars, and then so when they come over, you give out the other cigars, and then you keep the Mansas for yourself. So
There you go.
Yeah, but his friend, he wants to promote his own, so he's got to give it.
Well, you see, when they see me smoking, they'll be like, "What are you smoking?" I'll be like, "Oh, it's Mansa. I can tell you where to get that."
Take the band off and slide it in the Don't deserve it.
Well, I tell you what, if you give him a Dutch Masters and then give him yours.
Oh man, come on.
Oh, that's a little big.
Yeah, make sure it has the plastic filtered tip on it.
Oh, the Tiparillo.
Yeah. All right,
for sure. But
Backwoods.
backwoods.
It's good stuff, though. Definitely.
There's a white owl for you.
What? Oh, man. Boy, I'm glad those guys aren't going to become.
We don't want them.
No, I moved up. I smoke Garcia Vegas now.
Let them pair with apple juice so they'll.
Yes, it pairs very well with the Thunderbird.
But so we got 2 blends. You got the Habano and you got the Toro, and you got
the
Maduro.
and you got the 2 different sizes.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, and we must have had a little time to think. Do you have plans of coming up with a third?
Well,
I see a smile.
Ooh, next week you said,
it's
right?
an exclusive,
Earlier,
right? They're going to give us an exclusive.
I'm going to do an exclusive right now.
All right, folks, listen up. Here it is.
That only anybody watching this, me and my 2 cousins are watching this, are going to hear.
Nice.
Okay.
There are 2 other Mansas slated.
Ooh. 2.
2 of them,
Boy,
not even one.
That's
Whoa.
a quadraphonic here.
There just might be a cigar getting released only at the Boutique Festival on August.
Wow. So we are going, we're going to be there, right?
Yeah.
But now that I know you're going to be there, all offers are off the table.
Wow. I mean, I was going to say, you got to come over, sit down. We're going to do a live podcast. And what better way to introduce
a live tasting? Absolutely.
What better way to introduce your new line?
Anything y'all want to do, y'all got me, man. So
yeah,
I'm if it'll win, it happens. You guys will be the first to know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be looking for that PM. And
we got exclusive rights.
There
We're somebody's.
He's family. He's Italian. What do you expect?
Yeah, look at him. He's Italian.
We got to close the bada bing.
Look at him. He's like, forget about it.
So
he's
listen.
talking with his hands again.
I want to, Gino. I want to know from Cincinnati, now living in Beverly Hills. How do you feel about that?
He's come a long way.
Yeah, man. But no, you guys will be the first to know. So, like I said, if people aren't there, then they won't know, and they'll never know, because I'm telling y'all now. Hang out with these guys. Hang out with me. You might get a nice treat.
We'll be looking for that treat. And how many more days?
Oh, well, yeah, no.
no.
Speaking of which,
It's only 3 months away, guys.
if you're all listening now and you haven't gotten your ticket for the Cedar Creek Cigar Festival, you better get on that website right after our show.
I think there's only 3 tickets
listening.
available left.
Hey,
that's it.
hey,
That's
I
it. So
see
you
you.
better get it now.
I see you. Wait until after the show. Go to the website and then get your ticket now because it's going to sell out.
Right, it's only
going to sell out.
2,000, folks. Only 2,000 are open.
That's it.
And it's going to be epic. I mean, this is the very first boutique festival, and everyone, you need to be there.
It's history.
Mhm.
This is historic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is the first of many to come.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I have a question. What about brick and mortar? Are you in a lot of brick and mortars right now? Or?
Right now, I'm in about 20 of them, which is the reason for, the tour that I'm taking right now. It's like 24 shops in 24 days or something like that. The goal is really to spread the word. If you don't know, then how can you find out? Social media does a lot, but there's a lot of information and misinformation. So, what I want to do is make sure that the people that need to know, and, the influence, people like you all, are all at the front of, making sure that, these things happen and that people find out. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. That's important. Word of mouth is the best publicity you can have.
I mean, in the Bible, in the beginning, there was the word.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
That's
right.
it. Word of mouth for sure.
We got
Absolutely.
it.
Well, anything else that you'd like to tell our audience besides the exclusive we just got? But is there anything else that you want to talk about in general about plans and anything that you want to let the audience know where they might be able to meet you coming up on this road trip? And
Yeah,
how much
you're going to be
longer is the
signing
road
those
trip?
8x10 or glossy pictures, right? You're going to sign off on
one of you guys' names on it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. When's the next time you're coming up to Chicagoland, man?
Man, Chicago has a special place in my heart. Originally, the cold whipping winds pissed me off to a level of festivity. But what I will say is that the people of Chicago are just so freaking amazing. So as soon as I get a call, it'll probably be within the next couple of weeks. I'll be right up there. I'll let you all know.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
For sure.
Yeah, in the 24th to 30th, I'll be in Miami. Really, honestly, just being a schlub, lounging around. But if anybody wants to get together and smoke, if any of you guys are in the area, let me know. I'll be there, and we'll have a good time.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know if you want to stay on, we're going to go to the next segment of our show. It's called Stump the Chooch. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, you're right. And in Italian, I don't know if you realize what the word chooch means, but basically, Cousin Frank's going to make us three, and you can be part of this, make us look like a bunch of jackasses with history of the day.
And since you history,
this is right up your alley.
Everything is historic with him.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is about history. But first, if you want to look, you look at those three guys. They all have shirts, right? And what did the shirts? I have shirts that says the Great Lakes Show. What do I have? I have a black shirt. I got nothing. So I'm going to promote my buddy.
You got controls, man.
Listen, I got the controls right now. And I'm going to promote my buddy Rob Cannillo, who is the artist who does our he is actually the soundtrack for the show.
Okay.
So, and he's doing a tour. As you see, it says Rob Cannillo's Veterans in Need Tour. He's going all over the country.
Nice.
The East Coast mostly, but he's doing basically concerts in people's backyards. He's bringing a little trailer, and you got to check him out. Go to Rob Cannillo at where the hell is he? You find him on YouTube, find him on Facebook, and he's just a great guy doing great things for our veterans. So he's a special dude, and I wanted to get that out there. And now we're going to go to our segment called
More. Finish off the sponsors.
I did all the sponsors already, Ron. We did it. We did twice.
Oh my God! Oh boy! Oh boy!
And look at that new screen I got there. Time to play Stump the Chooch.
Oh, look at that! Oh,
nice.
With the pipe and cigar.
wow!
Right?
All right.
All right,
Okay.
Frank.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, we
Quality.
got.
This is a quality show. This is a quality show. As you can tell, oh yeah, where's your derbies? There's the I call them the dunce caps for the guys. Because
You notice this dunce doesn't have a cap.
no, because usually Kyle gets them right. Kyle's the only one that gets them right.
Tonight's show, the giveaway is by the Corona Cigars.
Nice
folks.
hat.
A
Thank you,
beautiful
Jeff.
hat. Very nice indeed. Great colors. So take a look and stick on board. The first 4 questions are going to be for us chooches. After that, the winner. Make sure you text enter your Facebook page.
The first 4 or 5 until Bob chimes in and ruins it for the audience.
As he always does. But
Frank.
here we go.
Frank, hold on, Frank. Andre, mute him.
He's not on.
I can't stop him from typing.
He's under a new alias.
He's under a new alias. Oh boy. Here we go again. But I'm gonna step back in time to 1858 on this date in history, May 11th. What state is admitted as the 32nd state of the Union?
1857?
1858.
58.
1858, folks. 1858. Any guesses from some idiots that are out there? Not our fans, not our viewers. The idiots that are sitting there.
Illinois.
No, Kyle, I'm not going to do that every week for you. I'm not going to give you an Illinois. Let's just say it's a little bit west and north of where you are.
Oh, that's not Ohio.
Minnesota. Kyle knows his geography.
All right.
Wow.
Minnesota, 30. Yeah, hey, even Minnesota back in 1858.
Yeah, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I thought they were part of Canada, but that's
By the way, Brian
They talk
McGuire
like
from
it.
Oliva Cigars had the answer.
Oh, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, there we go, Brian. Way to go. Way to go.
We give Brian an Oliva cigar.
There's a drink to you, Brian.
Hey.
All right, I've got a good one especially for my Italian cousins here. If they don't get this right, it's a black eye on their heritage.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Alex, get the answer right.
Alex will get this before you guys. All right, 1860. This general sets sail from Genoa and lands in Marsala, Sicily. Who is this general? And they take Sicily.
Oh, wow.
See, I knew my cousins could not represent anything Italian because they don't know. They say they're Italian, but they don't. Hey, ask them to do an ancestry. They won't.
No, because we're Italian.
Yeah, because they're not. They're not Italian. Don't trust the word that comes out of their mouth. They're not Italian because they don't know this answer. All right, I'll give you the first name of this person. Then maybe you'll get it, but I doubt it. Giuseppe.
Garibaldi.
It is Garibaldi. Garibaldi. You don't even know this. Your aunt was from your dad was from Genoa, and you guys don't know Garibaldi. How many times did my mom tell you saying Garibaldi?
I couldn't remember his first name.
I
thought it was Tony.
And in true Italian form, they're yelling at each other about the right answer. This is great.
We got the right answer, half and half.
Garibaldi, yeah, okay.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Another one.
Alex, he's a tough crowd.
Fuck at this gang.
Go ahead, Frank.
All right. This Confederate general in 1864 is mortally wounded at Yellow Tavern. This Confederate general.
General Lee?
No. Mortally wounded at Yellow Tavern. No. I mean, come on. Kyle, you're disappointing me tonight.
Yeah, I didn't brush up on my history today.
All right, General Jeb Stewart
Jeb?
is.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Oh God, what a guy!
And
Yeah.
you're Civil War reenactment crew too.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
really,
bad with names.
Man, Ron's disappointing us left and right. He doesn't know
All right,
Italian.
one
doesn't
last
know
one because we got a crowd listening here. One last one to make us look like chooches. What you doing?
All right. All right, here we go. Confederates in 1862. I'm on a Confederates roll here.
Why?
Wow,
I don't know.
that's why.
Scuttle the blank off Norfolk, Virginia. What was it called?
Oh wait, was that the Monitor?
No, that was a good guess though, Kyle. I like the guessing. It was close, but no cigar.
No,
Almost had a cigar too.
Begins with an M.
No, the CSS Virginia.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
The CSS Virginia. That was the one. And now
And now for the crowd.
for the crowd. And I've been lenient. I've been nice, and I found a good way to put the question on the screen so people can read it, as opposed to me just
Very good.
And here we go. I'm going to put it up right now. They'll have ready. This is for the hat, folks.
All right.
okay.
All right, here we go. On this day in 1812, British Prime Minister Spencer Perceval is shot dead by a bankrupt banker in the lobby of the House of Commons. Who was convicted for the assassination, and what was his sentence? Two-parter, folks. Who was convicted, and what was his sentence?
Wow.
Yeah. So remember, don't be a chooch. Answer this correctly. I put it on the screen for everybody.
pretty sure everybody.
We got an answer by Bruce.
Bruce Stark he's got one part. He's got to give me the other.
Two-parter. It's a two-part.
Two-parter.
Firing squad.
Oh, firing squad. Bellingham is the person, but what was his sentence, folks? I'll still give you a little time. I don't really care, says Barry Argento.
Barry, what are you doing?
All right, what did they do a lot of back in the day? There it is, hanging. So here we go. So now it's going to be a fight for who gets it. So Bruce and Mike got both parts. So now they have to basically do like a rock, paper, scissor, and whoever wins gets the hat.
Well, why don't you give them one more question, they have to figure it out, the two of them.
Oh, you guys are putting me on that.
Well, you came up with the two-parter, so this is the exact problem that you created.
I didn't create any problems. I never create problems.
Bruce, we got a championship between.
Bruce says, "Give it to Mike."
See, I knew Bruce was going to be the person giving it to Mike. I say, Mike, take it, Mike. Bruce is a generous guy. Take it. Bruce has won quite a few things.
Yeah.
So, we'll give it to Mike. All
right. Well, Mike gets it then.
Mike,
All
I
right.
have no idea how to send it to Australia, so
Wow.
make sure you send me that
You can
information.
send it to the postal service.
Mike, a self-addressed envelope.
COD.
Now, Ron, you do know our postal service goes to other countries, right? So
It doesn't even come here.
Doesn't even
What are you
come
talking
next
about?
I sent him a letter 2 weeks ago. He's still waiting.
Mike will probably get it by next year.
Listen, I don't go to the post office that much, so it's a hassle. But yes, Mike, do send me the information. PMS,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Alex, is there anything else you want to put out there for the people once again to get hold of your cigars? Give the information out.
BoutiqueSmoke.com. You can reach us there. Get the Mansa. Buy 2 boxes because they're going to go fast. I'm telling you. If you like spice, go with a nice Habano. If you like a smooth, nice cream Maduro with a great finish, something that goes well with a neat aged whiskey, go with Maduro. You won't go wrong with either one of them. Buy one of each. It doesn't matter. BoutiqueSmoke.com. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you very much, Alex.
And good luck with the next venture.
Yes, and we'll see you. We'll see you in August.
Yeah.
14. Be there. Be square, guys.
Or we'll see you in Chicago.
Or we'll see you in Chicago.
Or we'll see. How about both?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Okay,
Thank
man.
you, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Safe
you, buddy.
travels down there. Be
Thank you,
careful.
man.
And good luck. All right.
Thank you, Alex.
And folks, to the rest of you guys, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the wonderful segment with Alex Spencer with ASR Cigars.
Yes.
Get them if you can. You do whatever you got to do to get them.
Yep.
Because as Frank has told you, they are spectacular. And everybody on the Facebook page who has had them only given high reviews.
Yep.
So it is something worth, if you're looking for another cigar to try, ASR.
And who doesn't want to try another cigar? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
So from all of us to all of you, keep it smoking. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Perdomo Taj Mahal here. You know?
It really is.
They're stopping by. Oh, I heard about you. I smoke your cigars. I love it.
That's the short story behind how Christoph got started. It's actually named after our son, Christopher.
We're infamous for our packaging. Everybody knows Kirk has got the best packaging, the most beautiful labels.
All your listeners out there, thank you. Be careful, be safe, and God bless you.
Long ashes and slow burns, my friend.
There you go.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, we're still live.